I'm an endodontist, and today I'll be demonstrating you a topic in the endodontics, that is Rotary Endodontics. In the Rotary Endodontics, the two major important thing is, one is your endomotor, which right now what you are seeing, it is a cordless endomotor, and the second thing what we will be using is the rotary files, and today we will be using this file, that is new endo, right? And we will be demonstrating you on maxillary second molar, fine. So first I'll be talking a bit about this endomotor. So as you can see, this is a cordless endomotor. You can see there is a box on which we are going to attach it like this, fine. So what is the advantage of using cordless endomotor? When you are just picking it up, there is no cord which is going beyond, fine. So when you will be working on the patient, so cord will not be obstructing you working, so it will be very easy for you to perform your root canal treatment, fine. So this is what your hand piece. In this hand piece you can see there are buttons which is there, like you can see over here also. By pressing this button we can switch on the endomotor, and you can see the readings which are there, that is written 350 something, one is also written. Basically what are these? These are basically the speed and the torque recommendation which is given by the company. Basically which company? It's a rotary file. Whichever company you are purchasing the rotary file, that company tells you at what speed and at what torque you will be going to use those rotary file. For example, there is a file by name Pro Taper from Ply. The company says rotate that file at the speed of 350 rpm. And what is rpm? It is rotation per minute. And torque, the company says the file is of bigger taper, so use at a higher torque, that is nearly 3 to 5 Newton centimeter. Same like that, even this new endo company also tells you about the speed and the torque. This company says rotate the file at 400 rpm and the torque will be 1.4 Newton centimeter, fine. So I am just picking up the one of the file. This is what I am picking right now. It is the Orifice Opener. So how you will be going to attach it? Basically in the endomotor there is a latch type attachment. So just going to put it like this and just rotate it clockwise, and you will heard a sound like click sound. That means the file is there. That means the file is there and it is locked. When the file is locked, there is a button you can see over here. When you just press it, the file starts rotating. When you just put this again, the file will going to stop. So according to the company's recommendation that the speed and the torque, we are adjusting the speed. Basically now we will be going to increase the speed from 350 to 400 rpm right now. And about the torque, right now it is 1 Newton centimeter, so we'll be going to increase it. How do we'll be going to increase it? Just by clicking on the program. Fine. So the torque and the speed we have said, that is the speed is 400 Newton centimeter and the torque 1.4 Newton centimeter. Now I will be demonstrating you in the distobuccal canal of maxillary second molar. Okay. So first what we have to do before putting these any rotary file, what is the recommendation? First recommendation is to make a glide path. Now how you are going to make the glide path? There are two ways of making the glide path. One is by using your hand K files, that is 10 number hand K files, and then by putting 15 number K file. First we are going to put your 10 number K file, and when it reaches to the working length, you are going to put enlarge the canal and then use this 15 number K file to further enlarge the canal. When the canal is prepared with 15 number K file, you have got the glide path. After that only you can use your rotary files. Or there is a second technique. There are again rotary files available for making the glide path. For example, from the Dentsply there is a path file. From the Micromeca company there is a G file, and in this new endo file also there is a file that has just 2% taper, and what you can see, there is a white ring. This is a very flexible file. You can just see if I am bending it, you can bend it at 180-degree angle also, again still the file will not going to break, and it has a taper of just 2%. So this file again can be used for making the glide path. So I have already taken the working length of this distobuccal canal, which is 18 millimeter. So just put your file in the distobuccal canal in your watch winding motion. So you can see the file is 10 number file is easily going and reaching to the working length. Now do a bit enlargement with 10 number K file. Once you have got the glide path, then you can proceed to 15 number K file. Now you can see I'm just putting my finger on the file, and when I'm just pressing it, the file is smoothly going to its working length. That means we have created the glide path. After 10, just put 15 number K file and just check about the glide path further. Yes, 15 number file is also going. So the canal has achieved its glide path. Now irrigate the canal a bit and start with your first file, that is your Orifice Opener. Now add a good amount of lubricant on it. And just by packing motion, put the file in the coronal 1/3 for the coronal enlargement of the canal. After this, again do your recapitulation and irrigation, and put first file, that is your white color file, which has a taper of 2% for creating the glide path. And adjust it to the working length, that is, in this case our working length is 18 millimeter. So with the help of endo gauge, adjust the working length. We have adjusted this. Now take a bit amount of lubricant. Right now we have taken V file. Now just by doing the packing motion as told by the company at a speed of 400 RPM and a torque of 1.5 Newton centimeter. As you can see, my stopper has reached to the full working length. Remove it, and now again change your file. As the canal is a very less taper canal, so in this case we will be going to use 4% taper file. So this is what yellow color. This is basically a tip size of 20 and a taper of 4%. Now again we will be going to put it to a length of 80 millimeter. Now before putting this, please do not forget a very simple and important step, that is recapitulation and irrigation. Now put the file and irrigate it. Now take this 4% taper yellow color file that has a tip size of 20 and put it to the full working length in your packing motion. That is what in and out motion. Never take it in a one stroke. Always do a bit amount of packing. Now the file has reached to the full working length. Now you're again going to shift onto a one larger file, that is tip size 25 and a taper of again 4%. Again adjust straight to the working length. Again recapitulate and irrigate before putting the next file. Now you can easily see my 15 number K file is very easily going, very easily going. We have created a very beautiful glide path right now. Now take this 25 tip size K file and a taper of 4% and again put it in a packing motion. You can see a good amount of restriction we are encountering right now, so please do not force the file. The very important rule of any endodontic instrument, they are all meant to flare the canal, never to create the canal. So never force this rotary file. If you force it, they will be going to fracture. So as you are finding restriction, again recapitulate and irrigate further. Now take this file and now put it into the canal. Now you can see the file is going further. My file has now reached to my full working length. You can see again in the file also there is a, at the apical part there is debris. That means the file is right now cutting in the apical 1/3. With this file my canal preparation is complete, and now depending on the patient's sign and symptoms the canal is ready for obturation. As we have used in this case 25 number tip size rotary file, the last file, which has a taper of 4%. So the gutta baga which we will be using in this case will again have a taper of 4% and tip size of 25. So this is how do we perform a shaping and cleaning of canal with our modern endodontic instrument, that is our endomotor and our rotary file. This is all we have talked about our rotary endodontics. And regarding our endomotor, we have one more modern version of endomotor, that is the endomotor, which has an LED attachment. You can see right now I have a box of endomotor. I am now opening it. In this you can see there is a charger. That's here. This is what your main body, that is what your basic handpiece. You can see this is your handpiece. However, this handpiece is incomplete right now. This will be attached with one more attachment. Now we are going to open it, and this handpiece, this part basically, this part will be going to attached on it like this. Fine. So this is what your complete handpiece, and there is a LED light also along with this. You can see here. Which we can attach on it like this, on the back of this. I'm attaching a file on it. Now this is what your complete handpiece, and when you just switch on the button, you can see there's a bright LED light. Now you can compare between the older one and the newer one. Both the endomotor are on. However, you can just differentiate the endomotor with LED light and without. With a light you can able to see properly and more deeply in the canal, so you can able to perform your root canal treatment in a better way. Thank you.